I'd like to call this meeting to order. Would you please all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, first I need to appoint a clerk. Melissa, would you be willing to be the acting clerk for this evening? Sure. Good, I'll hand this paper over to you.
There you go.
Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So made.
By Stacy, second.
Second.
By Mary. Any comments or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries 5-0. We have one item on our agenda, business item, the bid awards. And I'm not sure who's all presenting those. Jim Delwell,
Jim? Correct.
Director of Operations.
Good evening, Chair Schimick, School Board, and Dr. Stallo. So we'd like to recommend approving some bids based on the bid pack 7 bid opening 2 weeks ago, I think. 2 weeks ago. Jeff Martin from Nexus up here to explain the bid tabulations. It was kind of interesting, this one was. And so we'll go through and answer any questions you have. We did not get full coverage on every single bid. But overall, the bids came in good, and we have strategies to get quotes from some of the bids that were not completed or bid on.
Okay, sure, thank you. Again, for everybody that hasn't seen me, I'm Jeff Martin with Nexus Solutions. I'll be the project manager through the duration of the construction project, so you'll be seeing a lot of me in the future. We had a pretty good bid turnout. I think we ended up opening 35, 36 bids across the 8 packages that we had. As Jim said, we had 2 packages that we did not receive bids on. Some of it was bidder confusion, others was just not real large projects, so. But we do have a strategy to get through that, so you can see, do you guys want me to go through all the bids, bid categories?
Do you want to hear, no? Okay, no.
I just had a couple questions.
I do think I'd like you to explain your letter. I don't know when you
Yep,
want to
we can do that right now if you would like, and then if that doesn't answer
yeah.
questions, then we can
There's
take
more of
those.
an exception going on here, so I guess if you could explain that.
Okay, sure. So work scope number 2, which is general construction, Parkos Construction was the lowest responsive bidder, so we'd like to move forward with them. Food service equipment, again, the Cullinex was the low bidder. We did have one anomaly there. We had one bidder that did not submit a number at all. Filled out his bid form, just didn't run in a number. Not sure how that bid runner explained that when he got back to the shop. Work scope number 6, which is the plumbing and the piping. That was Climate Makers. Bid package 7 was Chapel Central on the HVAC and ventilation. And then work scope number 8 was the electrical, Phaser Electric on that one. Page 2, thanks, Jim. So we had 2 bid alternates that we bid. One was to provide welded pipe in the tunnels. And the other was to change out a aluminum storefront to a curtain wall system. We're not recommending moving forward with any of those.
Ever?
Not on this bid package, no.
Okay.
The thought on the bid, on the piping in the tunnel is it's a confined space, limited entry. And we felt it might be cost prohibitive to weld pipe in a small confined space. Looking at the numbers that coming back, a welded pipe is a much better installation than a ProPress or a crimped style fitting. The dollars just aren't there to make it worthwhile to
Take the deduct.
take the deduct. I think you're ending up with a better product in the end by welding the pipe. So we wouldn't do that down there. The second one was to upgrade the aluminum entrance to a curtain wall system. Again, with the budget and the dollars there, we wouldn't recommend moving forward with that. Okay, and then the one exception was bid package number 5, is fire protection. It's a fairly small scope of work, and the number that came back was excessively large for what we're seeing in other projects. So the thought would be to reject that bid and go back and get competitive quotes on that work, because it's more than double what we expected it to be, and what we're actually seeing on other projects. Okay?
Any questions?
And just, expand on that scope, that was the one that there was only one bid,
That was
right?
one bid, yes.
Okay, all right. And so you think just waiting and trying it later, we're gonna get more?
We'll quote.
No, we'll go out and get quotes for it.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
It's under the 100.
Oh, sure, sure.
Right.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Any other questions?
Overall, are we, we estimated and we budgeted for all these, how much are we on, under, or over budget?
For the scope that we have, carrying the budget for the site work that we have not received pricing on yet, we're about $11,000 under budget.
That's, all of them, did any one of them stick out as the lowest bid, but still being over what you estimated?
Nothing excessive. I mean, everything was kind of right about where we thought it would be.
Any other questions? I don't believe I took a motion, so I'll take a motion to accept the bid pack.
So made.
By Stacy, second?
Second.
By Todd. Any other questions? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries 5-0.
Thank you.
Next on our agenda is a motion to close the meeting. Take a motion for that?
So made.
By Stacy, second by Todd. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries 5-0. We are closed.